Aguturosa, KTN.
Moving on, the ruling UDA and a section of leaders from across the political divide have dismissed calls for mass action by opposition leaders over the increase in fuel prices. UDA Secretary General Omar Hassan dismissed the push for mass action, terming it self-seeking, and accused retired President Uhuru Kenyatta of driving the agenda. The leaders further came to the defense of two cabinet secretaries, Opiyo Wandayi and Lee Kinyanjui, who are facing mounting pressure to resign over the fuel importation saga. Alan Ochanda reports.
The debate on the rising cost of fuel is turning into a hot call, and the opposition's threat to lead national demonstrations has sparked condemnation from a section of UDA and other leaders from across the political divide. UDA Secretary General Hassan Omar has dismissed the calls, terming it ironical because it is an international crisis. Hassan is now accusing retired President Uhuru Kenyatta for pushing the agenda.
And if there is no action taken on the part of William Ruto, we shall announce further measures to the people of Kenya to force William Ruto and the National Assembly to act in the best interest of the people of Kenya.
Through their patron Uhuru Kenyatta and others who want to sabotage the progressive programs, are urging them to call for sabotage of this country so that we can take back the country to those years.
According to the Secretary General, the G2G deal on the fuel imports came in handy, for the prices will have been higher. He is calling for establishment of oil reservoirs to avert a similar crisis in future. These as leaders weighed in over the fuel issue.
So I want to tell Kenyans not to be incited politically. What we need to do is to negotiate, to consult, and to enter into dialogue with those that are concerned. We have a president. There is no vacuum. And when you hear the opposition talking, you can think elections will be there next week.
Instead of the opposition giving alternative view to resolve this crisis, they have resorted to inciting Kenyans to go to the street to destroy their own country. We urge Kenyans to ignore the notion by the opposition because it's pure politics and they have no agenda to give alternative solution.
Cabinet Secretaries Opiyo Wandayi and Lee Kinyanjui have been on the opposition's radar, accused of being responsible for the current fuel crisis.
And we remain confident in the stewardship of Honorable Opiyo Wandayi as Cabinet Secretary for Energy and Petroleum, and Honorable Lee Kinyanjui, Cabinet Secretary for Investment, Trade and Industry, and equally ask them to remain steadfast.
The CS for Petroleum will not resign over this issue.
The debate surrounding the cost of fuel in the country now risks turning political, with a threat by the opposition to lead the country in national protests over the matter, now eyeing the ruling UDA party, who have termed the threat as petty politics. Alan Ochanda, KTN, Nairobi.
Well, that report by Alan Ochanda leads us to a short commercial break. But as we do so, this is what you'll be waking up to tomorrow on Kenya's bold newspaper, The Standard. The headline, 3 billion shillings sugar scam. Even as Kenyans were reeling from the oil importation scam.